What's poppin', Creased fam? We're back again, episode number 36 this time around. Your boy Trey Treasy here for half of the Creased podcast. My boy Casita was popping dog.
Not much, man. Not much. What's going on, Trey?
You know what it is, bro. Just same old, same old. As always, started off with appreciate y'all following, subscribing. One thing is we're getting really close to 100 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're here right now, not already subscribed, go ahead and do us a favor, drop down there, hit the subscribe button really fast. We would appreciate that. We're just trying to get to 100, just a modest 100. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man. Yeah, something light. You know what I'm saying? Once we get to 100, I'm sure we can go further from there. But 100 is a good milestone.
It's a good little milestone for sure. And we appreciate y'all following on IG and everything. It's been popping. So really appreciate that. But let's hop right into it this week with the L meter. So we had a slew of stuff this week, and I had a slew of L's this week. So how do you feel on everything that dropped this past week? Street Hawkers, Notra, SBs left and right, books. I mean, how are you feeling?
Oh man, I just put them in my collection of L's. That's all I did. Started the week off with exclusive access to the Virgil book, the Icons book, of course. Even with exclusive access, took that L. Street Hawkers, that rollout was god awful. Whoever's in charge of the user interface of sneakers, I'm sure they're in hiding right now because the public is looking for them. Yeah, that was a huge L. Notre Dunks, didn't get it through the website. I definitely went for I went for the blue pair both times, which I think was my mistake. I should have went brown and then blue. So anyway, that was an L too.
I thought that was your plan.
Huh?
I thought that was your plan. You changed it last minute or what?
Yeah, because it's like I knew I wasn't gonna wear the brown ones, but you know, but I just needed the blue ones, so I was just gonna do blue.
Blue look classic to me. I like the blue look on them.
Yeah, the blue looked a little bit more uniform like, so that's what I was aiming for. Pata, New Balance 991s, they released on Friday the 22nd. L on that as well. And then the Chinese New Year 5s, which also released the same day as the Notre Midnight Navies on the sneakers app. While everybody was going for the Notras, these Chinese New Year's were being bought on the backside, and you took an L on those as well. So those were my week of L's. How did you do this week, Trey?
Yeah, they definitely slid under the radar. I don't know. I punched in for, what was that same day as, what'd you say, Notras? That was the same day as Notras, and I punched in for those, and I just started scrolling. I was like, oh, these are available right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I might as well, right? And so I just threw them in my cart. And so my one lone dub this week was definitely the Chinese New Year 5s. They were not in my size, unfortunately, but I did cop a pair of those. We'll see if they stick. I mean, they won't be sticking around in this size, obviously, but we'll see what goes on with those. Might be seeing a video with that. Other than that, you mentioned how despicable the entire rollout for the Street Hawkers was. I mean, from getting pushed back 14 times to what happened with the actual drop. I mean, that day we had people hitting the Crease podcast talking about, I'm deleting my app today. Stuff like that. So I was like, man, this is a wild situation. So they definitely botched all of that. And then the Notre Dunks was probably the one that hurt me the most. Those were, I thought, I don't know, I just had a feeling, right? Like we'd been hitting on Undefeated, we've been hitting on Bodega, and I was like, all right, we can hit on Notre too. So big L on those, but it's all right. We got a long year of Dunks coming up.
Yeah, I mean, then there was those shock drops, two of them. Well, one being in local skate shops here in Houston. You got the wheat or the flax SBs. If you're not following those pages and you're not down the street from them at the time they post it, your chances are gone. And then we had the graffiti eights, the LeBron watch. Those ones came out on Saturday as well. Wasn't expecting it. After I lost on the Notras, I closed the app.
Oh, did you know?
Just to reopen the app to see that I also lost on these LeBron 8s. So I was like, all right, cool. Just adding on to the L's. But let's go ahead and talk about what we do have. As every episode, we got KOTD coming up. Man, we didn't really get a lot of votes last week, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the dub because I know my shoes were fire. Not saying that yours aren't, but
He was good. Hey, I was going to take the lead and just start this off.
Yeah. I will go ahead and take the lead on this one. So I'm gonna bust out an absolute classic. This is actually the first pair of Air Jordans that I ever bought, and it is the reason why I collect shoes to this day. It's gonna be the Aqua 8s from the JB line. This is the 2007 pair. Do not mess around with that 2015 pair with the gray toe box. But this is as good as it's gonna get for an '07 pair. That makes this shoe how old? What, 10 and 10, 3, and 1 year after? So 11-year-old shoe.
14 years.
14-year-old shoe. Dang, yeah. Okay, this shoe's a little quick math. Thank you, Trey. Man, I just knew that I always had to have this. I lined up at Finish Line First Colony to get my pair. I probably waited in line maybe 4 to 5 hours, skip school that day just to get this pair. Was in line with a couple of my other notable sneakerheads there at high school, but this is my favorite pair of shoes to this date. This is actually not the exact same pair. I gave that pair to my dear co-host. This pair I picked up at the Sneaker Summit back in like 2012 or 13 or something. But yep, that's my KOTD. KOTD is Aqua 8s. Get my pose ready.
Yeah. Get that still. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's hard. Those are dumb hard. Obviously, those. I mean, definitely my favorite 8 by far. And definitely one of my favorite Jordans for sure. It's so comfortable. It's slept on how comfortable it is. I think you just can't play in them because of how heavy they are. That's why we don't see them on court as much. But fantastic shoe. I mean, definitely one of my favorites. And had the sole not been, I mean, I have them still, but had the sole not been falling off the mugs, I'd still be rocking them to this day. So my kick of the day is last week I think you pulled out a recent grab from a recent holiday we had. So my sneaker of the day is going to be the Kicks Misgifted Air Jordan 1 Metallic Gold. Love this shoe so much. This is Casita knew I had been eyeing this shoe for so long. I love, first off, and this is not something I do very often, but he reminded me just to go ahead and leave the laces like this. And I think they look, at first I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put gold in both. But now it has definitely grown on me. And I definitely love the mismatching laces. I can tell you right now, this is something I've never done in a single pair of shoes. So I do love this a lot, though. I love the look on them. I haven't worn these yet. I'm looking forward to it. These are super fire, though. I love the patent leather throughout the entire upper. Obviously, super hard. Gold on the tag there. But yeah, man, this shoe this shoe is dumb hard. Obviously goes with a ton of my wardrobe, being a New Orleans Saints fan. And yeah, man. So Air Jordan 1 metallic gold, black. Love this shoe. My kick of the day.
Yeah, fire shoe. I knew as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that belongs in Trey's collection. So I definitely had to get that for you, but I'm happy you like the mix match. Yeah, the gold stitching, man. Those are heavy. Yeah, that one's hard. I will definitely try to get myself a pair later down the line. The resale on those is not terrible, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if I can still snag myself a pair. But in due time, let's go ahead and just kick off the episode with fresh out the box. We're gonna jump right into delays. The Street Hawkers were heavily delayed, so the JB brand has also expected some more delays on the way. We got 5 shoes to talk about real quick. We got the Air Jordan 5 Anthracite. Is it Anthracite? Anthracite.
Anthracite, something like that.
Yeah, Anthracite. Yeah, they moved up. They actually moved up to February 5th. We have the Air Jordan 3 Cool Gray. Probably one of the hottest non-OG Jordan 3 colorways. February 20th is now the new date. Highly anticipated Air Jordan 4 Top Haze. Poor Man Undefeated, February 27th. And then we have the Air Jordan 4 and the Air Jordan 1, both dressed in the University Blue colorway, now available on March 6th. which is well past well past the original All-Star weekend type of break where they were supposed to drop. Um, so, is there any of these that you're looking forward to? Have these messed up your plans on like trying to cop? You know, did you want them earlier, or you don't mind waiting?
Yeah, on all of these, I definitely don't mind waiting. It's not. None of these are something I'm dying over, something I'm looking at every day or anything like that. The cool grays are the ones that stand out to me. The cool gray 3, February 20th now. I really hope that stays on February 20th. That would fit right in my plans as you mentioned. So I would enjoy being able to get those. Other than that, the University Blues are something that when they come out, whenever they do come out, that'll be something I look at. But I these Jordan 5s are not it.
No, definitely not.
They can push these back to like I don't know 2025 or something. I don't care.
Yeah, I honestly don't see what they were trying with those fives. Man, they just did not do it any sort of justice.
I don't
That's
even know what material that is on the toe box, but it is bad. It's like mesh, but it's got like grooved lines in it, and I was like, no, sir. So,
I don't know what they were trying to pull off with that. I mean, they have the glow in the dark netting on the mid on the upper,
yeah,
but I mean, aside from that, I don't really care too much for the shoe all in all. I think
it looks better in the dark.
yeah, it'll probably look better in the dark. The best shoe is probably the cool grade threes, like you said. I am looking forward to the top haze. I think those are a really nice shoe. I'm trying to figure out why they keep dropping these fall colors in the middle of winter.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
We got more on that too.
yeah, the University Blues. You know, with the Air Jordan 1 craze going on, I do see these just exploding on the resale market. I don't see Jordan Brand really pushing out many numbers on those for people to so everybody can have a pair. Um, the Air Jordan 4s, I mean they're the UNC's 4s without any of the college insignia, so kind of hard to really just like pull the trigger on those. Um,
I like
but you don't like the tongue.
the tongue tag on them.
I think I like the tongue tag. What I don't like is the gray speckle.
Oh no, I don't have a problem.
The speckle's really killing it for me. I don't really like it too much, but
Should've-
yeah, I will definitely try for those Air Jordan 1 highs. I think I've seen a lot of people take out the white laces on their early pairs, or take out the black laces and put the white laces in, and they look extremely fine. So yeah,
I bet.
cool grade threes definitely top of the list, and then top eights. So
February 20th, cool grade 3s. Let's get it.
yeah, it's gonna be a good day, hopefully. Um, so outside of Jordan Brand, there have been other brands that are really killing it. We got a select 3 brands that we just chose here. Starting off with Puma. Of course, they've signed J. Cole, probably one of the best signings that they've done in a while. And with the success of the Dreamer 1, the RS1, they've just dropped a new teaser ad for the Dreamer 2, which actually depicts 2014 Forest Hill Drives, the most perfect album with no features, double platinum, just in case y'all didn't know. But yeah, he definitely wearing the shoes on the rooftop, and we have a couple pictures of the Dreamer 2 here. It's just a all yellow upper with a black midsole. I'm really not riding with these at all. They look absolutely awful compared to the first one. Is that
The
is
Bernie memes. The Bernie memes were better than the shoe.
Oh God, yes. I don't see Bernie wearing these either. These definitely look terrible. Um, Puma, this is a big L. I mean, y'all were having a quite big of a buzz. Hopefully, y'all can bounce back better. These are slated for January 28th, which is actually I think that's J. Cole's birthday, and it's it's gonna be $135. So those will probably be sitting on the shelf, and I will not be going for those.
Yeah, definitely not a big fan of those. I don't like the high top look. The low top look is definitely the way on that shoe because of how fat the midsole and outsole is. So We can move into the next one though real quick. So the next is Reebok and Mason Margiela. They go big ninja mode on this one with the classic leather. This one you've probably seen pictures all over the internet of it. It's like a gray white. It looks literally like paint and brushed on. If you know Margiela, you know that's what it is. And I think there's a few features on these, including the tabi toe,
Mhm.
correct? Tabi? And it's the split toe down the middle. You know what I'm saying? It feels like, I'm sure it feels like a sandal. You're not going to catch me in anything with the tabi toe on it, but Reebok and Mason Margiela definitely got together for this classic leather. This shoe is going to be $350 on January 30th. Currently, it's a very interesting shoe. Also, on the inner lining of the shoe, you get it's gray, so you don't see it as much, but you get the same kind of material as the insole of the Eric Emanuel's. So it's like that fluffy.
Mm.
I don't want to say it's definitely like that cloth. It's just like fuzzy cloth.
Yeah, plush.
It's like plush. Yeah. So I like it a lot. I think it looks really good. This shoe, had it not had, I'm not a big fan of the tabi toe, but other than that, I think this shoe is a pretty nice shoe for sure.
Yeah. I think with or without the tabi toe, it's a great makeover for the classic leather. I think it looks good. Um, Sucks that the price tag for a shoe that's regularly $80, 85 at most, is now $350 because you slap Mason Margiela on there and you actually take away from the shoe. You cut into the shoe, which actually would devalue it, but now it's actually increased the value.
Thank
So
your thank your friends over at Dior for that.
yeah. So there will definitely be a line outside of the Mason Margiela store or the Reebok store whenever those release. But $350 is quite steep. You can buy some other designer shoes for that. Staying on Reebok, we have the Angelo Bach. He owns the company called Awake. They've done collaborations with Reebok in the past, but this time around they're doing a Club C and a classic leather. This time in colorways of cream with snakeskin accents underneath. There is no price and no purchase date available right now, but we do have some images. Do any of these uh, live up to the hype for you? You think these would look good in your collection? I know you got one pair of the Club C's with Eric Emanuel, so
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the classic leather model, but I do love this colorway. I think they definitely executed. The snakeskin is cream colored still, so it does match in with the shoe. You know, it does fade right in with the shoe if you're not looking for the snakeskin, but it does have royal blue hits throughout the rest of the shoe with the branding and everything. So I think the colorway looks fantastic on both models. You said it, but I like the Club C a lot right now. I've been looking into buying a few other colorways, but this one in particular will be on my radar. So Awake NY, I thought they did a really good job. They didn't do too much, but they did just enough to make it a really good collab.
absolutely. Yeah, I just the overall monotone cream color is a really good one. It goes great with a lot of outfits, so I see
Yeah,
that being something in my arsenal if it makes its way into my collection. So I'll definitely be looking forward to something like that. Um,
all
so
right.
yeah, that's Reebok. What else we got?
Let's get into our last brand of this section here. So NB New Balance. We got a bunch of different models for them as usual. They're pumping them out still. So the first ones we'll talk about here are the Cool Gray and Steel Blue 1500 models. The Cool Gray is a black and gray model. Steel Blue is that beautiful dark blue that they put on a lot of their models, which is fantastic. It has the gray with the white midsole. I think these shoes are obviously bangers. They're gonna go. I'll tell you, my issue with the 1500s is just that the tongue is just too damn wide. It's a great shoe. It's as slick as it's sleek. It's not as fat as some of the other models, but the tongue is just so wide, and I can't do it. But huh?
So I love that about the 1500.
No, sir.
I think it helps round it out, man. It's a dope shoe. The steel blue I think is the hotter commodity over the cool gray. Just because Ronnie, he dropped a couple steel blue collections last year. So it helps drive that out of the door a little bit better.
Yeah,
Um,
when I think cool gray, I think all gray, and they've done a lot of all gray ones, and this isn't an all gray shoe. That's
but
just my.
I would love a pair of those steel blues. I think those 1500s look hard. Um, yeah, the cool grays with with the hits of the black in there kind of takes away from it being a full cool gray uh
Mhm.
type of colorway. So anyway, this is great for New Balance because these are going to be general releases.
Yeah.
And if you have GRs that are selling out like left and right like that, obviously you are doing something correct. So congratulations. I think New Balance was actually named uh, Athletic Shoe Company of the Year from Footwear News. So yeah, that's a super big accolade to hold on to. So congratulations to them on that. Carrying on, they do also have another collaboration with the UK supplier Size. They've collaborated on the 550, which had a great year last year. Was Amélie Dore. Man, it's French and I don't speak that. So ALD.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a great rollout last year. The shoe hadn't been out since '89, so it's a 30-year-old plus shoe. And it made a nice little splash on there. I think it's coming out in an orange colorway, as well as a 574 with, that. I think we have a picture here, but it's all, correct me if I'm wrong, but it might be an all orange with white accents on it as well. No release date on those either, but is that something that you look forward to?
No, definitely not the 574. I'm trying to come around on this 550 model. This 550 model is like so old school to me, but I can't sit here and say like I like the Club C model without saying I like the older nostalgic look. So the 550 definitely has that. This is not better than the Ame Leon Dore from last year. Um, but it'd be something to look at. It's like that. I don't know if it's infrared or it's like you said orange, but it's like it's an interesting color, and it's not for me. It's not for me, to be honest with you. I'm not losing any sleep over these with the size collab.
Yeah, I mean it's hard even collecting those UK, those overseas type of releases, but the 550s would definitely be something I'd look forward to if I could get my hands on them. Um, but yeah, I mean that. Congratulations to Size, getting another collaboration under another notch on their belt. So it's a good little feat. Go ahead and close this out. What else we got, Trey?
Okay, yeah. So we got we'll bring up the 2002 Rs first. So we have a light blue pair of 2002 Rs. It's not monochromatic, but because the white has a white midsole on it, but it is a primarily light blue 2002 R. Very fire. I like this shoe a lot. The colorway pops, right time of the year. So everything about it's TBD currently. Assuming it comes out in the next couple months, it'll be right time of the year. So that's fantastic. And then the other 2002 R, which mm, mm, mm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
our man Mr. Brimberry, he is coming back with a part two. So this is the 2002 R Water this time around, and this one is wet. So this one is as dank as it comes. We've only seen little preview pictures of them so far, but it looks like it's going to be like a dark, dark, dark teal with like I think it's purple or like an orange and purple like splatter and stuff like that on them. But it's going to be super hard. I'm looking forward to seeing the full pictures on those. But those are super dope. You have any thoughts on the 2002 Rs that we've seen recently?
I'm looking forward to Bembury.
Yeah,
Bembury, yeah, his kids are hard. I mean, after his release from last year, I think those would look really good. Wouldn't be mad at. I would consider the light blues. Those would be a great second place, even with a GR.
yeah,
I
right.
think the 2002 R just had a great year last year, and they owe a lot of that to Bembury. So, yeah,
Beautiful model, and he did it right.
yeah, he definitely did it justice. So congratulations to him and congratulations to New Balance again. I think they have a lot more other colorways coming out in the 2002 Rs. They got a whole spread of hues of different colors coming out. So of course you have to follow the Crease podcast for all the latest updates on that.
You
Uh,
already know. You already know. Last one on our other brands that aren't swoosh or three stripes. Um, the New Balance 920 is coming out with the year of the ox. It's our first Chinese New Year pair. I think we've talked about on this show, besides for up in the intro. But this one is the 920, as I mentioned, red, black with gold accents, super fire. More of a running model for sure, but it does have Chinese New Year imprints on the heel, insole, stuff like that. So super dope shoe. We don't have to talk about it too much. That comes out on February 15th. So the year of the Ox 920. What do you think about that? And then what do you think about overall these three brands? Who's really coming with it this year? Who are you looking forward to making some noise? Just kind of in a quick little wrap up here.
Man, I think the movers and shakers are obviously going to be the New Balance brand. Again, they won that award from Footwear News, so definitely looking forward to the 1500s. The year of the Ox 920s, not the best Chinese New Year's shoe that we're going to see. We're going to talk about one later this episode, which I think I'm going to die for. Reebok, Reebok. Quit playing that foolishness with that $350. I'm not paying that. I don't care whose name you put on there. Better put it for a respectable retail price. I don't care whose name is on there. Puma, congratulations.
Huh? You can't talk on that. You can't talk on that. You got to keep going.
Whatever. Nah. It was only one team. It was only one team. I don't care about no collaboration. Number 2, Puma, congratulations. J. Cole, congrats. I need the album.
Yes.
Let me get it. But that's gonna wrap up the other brands killing it. This man up next does not need a brand, but he's definitely signed with Nike. We're talking about the Certified Lover. The boy out the 6 is Drake Drizzy. Following the success of his Naka line. Drake is he's been surfaced online showing a couple of pictures of his new shoe. It's the Hot Step Air Terra. It's slated for a fall 2021 release for $150. This is all tentative. Do not take our word for it. But the first time you ever saw the shoe was in the Laugh Not Cry Later video. But now there's a couple of pictures of him in the studio booth, and you can kind of see the shoe a little bit more clearer now. To me, it kind of looks like an Air Max Deluxe, Air Max 96 with the racing up type of thing, like that Air Jordan 14-esque, type of stitching. So where do you rank this shoe? Kind of hard to see, but where would you rank this amongst his other collaborations with Nike? Because of course he's done one with he got plenty of JB collaborations, but where do you see this taking off?
I mean, it's all right. It's definitely going to go when it comes out. I'm looking forward to the other colorways already of it. I get mellow 5.5 vibes with an Air Max mix, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely feel you on the stitching going down the shoe. It definitely looks really interesting. There's going to be a black and gold colorway because all the Nocta gear has been black and gold so far. So I'm looking.
It's more Volt, but yeah,
forward to that. That's going to be super dope. I'm just talking about their Instagram page, all the gear they've been releasing. It's all been black and gold for the most part, at least the first drop was. And but I'm looking forward to these. We'll see for 150. I mean, I feel like this is gonna be one of those ones I have to see in person. I haven't been wowed by it off the bat. So I feel like it's definitely something it could definitely grow on me, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's gonna be the shoe of 21. That's for God dang.
Even with his album being pushed back, it was supposed to drop sometime this month, but Drake's actually come out and said that due to his injury, he's kind of been holding back on the album. So I wouldn't be shocked if you see a collaboration of buying the album or buying the shoes and then you get a digital copy of the album. It could happen. I wish J. Cole would do that with his album, but anyway, stay following us, stay in tune for that fall 2021, or you can just follow the Creased podcast on all platforms and we will keep you up to date on the next release. So that is going to wrap up fresh out the box. Trey, go ahead and take us into order confirmed. Let's see what we got going on there.
All right, dog. So order confirmed this week. This is everything that's come out already in the past. So first things first, we're going to break it down by colors this week. Just we had a lot to talk about, so it's just easier for us to go down the list like this. So this week, starting off, will be reemergence of the Volt Nike foams. Those are coming out on the 27th, $230. Foam posits, you know what it is. It's 2021, so if you're still buying them, that's all you, dog. Second up, we're going to have the Curry 8 Smooth Butter Flow. Those came out on the 22nd for $160. very reminiscent of the water colorway. We can go over these in a second. I'm just gonna kind of list them out first. But the smooth butter flow is an all yellow colorway of the new Curry 8. On the 27th, we also got the Solar Adidas Ultra Boost 1.0 DNA, as well as the Boost 21 Solar, essentially like a voltish kind of situation with Volt Black situation with the Boost 21 had pink detailing throughout. So all four interesting models. Did you have any favorites from the yellows this past week?
Uh, believe it or not, I'm gonna say it. It's
Don't
gonna be Curry
don't,
eights.
don't do it.
It's the Curry, bro.
If you're picking a best out of these four, yes, yes, yes.
I'm gonna say the Currys. The Currys look the best to me, honestly. Especially even just being a plain basketball shoe, I think these ones look the best. Those Adidas Ultra Boost 1.0s, the DNA models, this was your chance to restock on them if you missed out on the Beyonce drop, the Ivy Park. So that's your second place prize. The other two I really don't care about, and it hurts my soul to say it because the foams used to have a wave of people all over them, but I think the foam is dead. Um, it's over and done for now, and I'm not a big fan of the new Boost 21. Maybe not in this colorway, but other colorways. What's your take? What you
Yeah,
got?
no, same. I agree completely. The foams are dead and gone to me for sure. Wasn't the Solar Adidas weren't anything for me either. The smooth butter flow, I'd say the only I think it's a good shoe. I'm not mad at the colorway, although I'm not a huge yellow person, but I just wish he would do more with the colorways right now. I know he's gone crazy in the past, and all the colorways we've been seeing recently are just very two-tone, very black and white, bland, and I wish he would kind of spice it up a little bit, man. It's Curry, I'm used to seeing like multi-digi color and all this stuff, so it's odd to be seeing his shoes getting kind of classed up a little bit. So interesting situation with him, but that is the yellows for this week. Coming up next is going to be brown. We were speaking earlier about very odd that Nike continues to drop fall hues going into spring and whatnot, but we do have two dunks we're going to bring up. So there's our little year of the dunk portion of the show. It's going to be very tiny. We have a Dunk High Premium Dark Russet. It's a high top model, obviously, and it's kind of ceramic without the green. And then the Dunk Low model Medium Curry also. These are $100, 120 TBD, or not TBD, 127 tentatively as always, especially with the dunks nowadays. But how do you feel on these two brown dunks?
Uh, Man, honestly, the dark russet does look like a potato. That's a dunk high. I, I would still take them, honestly, but not over the medium curries. I think the medium curries were really nice. Again, I go for more of the tan beige. I think those ones like fit year round a little bit better. The dark russets will definitely be more of that October, November type of flow. But all in all, I think they're both great. They only released overseas this past week, so that's unfortunate. Um, Shout out to my London people, man. If y'all, if you watch the show, call the boy and let me
Man,
get those from you. I'll pay the shipping charges,
man.
no doubt.
Gifts
Uh,
and, gifts and donations can come from anywhere.
anywhere. We always show love. What about you? Did you like them? How'd you take it?
I love these. These are both. I find these both super hard. I don't like the high as much as you mentioned. The medium curry is crazy. I think it's a great mix of colorways. I think they mesh well. Yeah, and I think you're right. You probably wear those more of the year than the dark. The dark russet feels like a very much. I'm gonna hide those until that time of the year comes, and then I'll pull those out and stunt. But yeah, man. So I think those are both cool. They're both gonna sell out instantly. So be ready on your apps whenever they do pop up on sneakers. Lord knows when that's going to be or if it'll even happen. So we'll get into our last color for order confirmed that dropped this past week. It's going to be black, and it's going to represent Adidas commemorating Patrick Mahomes' trip to the AFC Championship game. They posted on their Twitter the new shoe, the new model, the new shoe that they're going to come out with. It's an Adidas Ultra Boost DNA, obviously, but it's an all black model with a white. It's a white dotted pattern, but the dots are different sizes as you go down the shoe. It's very interesting looking. It does have gold detailing throughout, kind of like that plastic looking stuff. But it's those come out on the 22nd for 180 via the Adidas website. What do you think about Mr. Mahomes' new model?
Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like just like a gold trophy kind of shoe, like a first place prize kind of shoe. Doesn't really scream so much Patrick Mahomes or Kansas City Chiefs to me. But congratulations to him for scoring another one and getting to the AFC Championship game. Can't wait to see where his future takes him in this season. But I'm not a super big fan of the dotted pattern. To be quite honest, I would have just taken regular mesh. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, I would have
that's
taken regular mesh. Yeah, but all in all, yeah, I don't think the shoe is like completely terrible.
yeah,
Like you said, the gold, that shiny kind of dang, what do you call it? The chrome, kind of chromish, kind of gold thing. I could have dealt without, but it's a good touch.
not bad. Not bad. Nice try, Adidas. So
Very
that's
mid, very mid. She's very mid.
very mid. Very correct. Correct. So that's going to be it for order confirmed. That was everything that dropped past week or so. Now we'll get into tracking order. This is everything that's tentatively dropping this next week. So we can get into it right off the bat. You know what? I'm going to let you go ahead and just say whatever you need to on these. Go ahead.
But man, cue the music. Cue the music. It's gonna
We
be
got
one of those aggressive types of slow buildups. These are probably gonna be the hardest Air Jordan ones that have dropped in the last year or so. They went with the OG route with this one. This is the Air Jordan 1 Chinese New Year, dressed in a beautiful, eh, come on, can I say it? Chicago like, no, not Chicago, but bread like colorway, all black with the red, University red accents. Now this time it has the Chinese graphics embroidered and incorporated in there in gold. It looks beautiful. It's draped with a gold tassel on the outside and comes with a limited edition Air Jordan 1 box as well. These are slated for the 31st of January via the sneakers or Nike.com for 150 bones. Trey, come on, man, give it to me. I know you like gold and I know you like black. So
I'm not overly mad at these at all. No, this I guess is the second Chinese New Year shoe that we're speaking of. A third, I guess, total because the fives that dropped recently that I came up on, those had the essentially scratch off, cut off topping on them, where you can get to the design underneath. But that is not the case here. These have the traditional motifs throughout the entire top, so you get the gold detailing throughout, which is hard, I will say. And then, when you mentioned it right off the bat, when you put that base on that shoe, it's gonna go. Like you can dress up the details however you want, but had that had that red been teal or purple or some other color they could have used, the shoe would not hit as hard. So very, very smart tactics by Nike to continue to use the black and red. It's never going to lose on a Jordan model. But the Chinese New Year's cool. I love the detail. The box is super duper hard. You get it's like the regular Jordan box, but it's got the details throughout that too. So I'm happy they went all in on this pack of Chinese New Year Jordans. And man, they're dumb hard. I mean, the tassels are really cool.
tassel is what makes it for me, man. It's the tassel for me. But the tassel as well as the embroidery. And I think the toe box is not perforated. It is all satin, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So something to look forward to. Hopefully they come in grown man sizes.
Yeah.
Most of the time they usually leave that for either women or GS sizing. So look out for that 31st January, 150 bucks, Nike.com sneakers app. Next up we have the
This is
second time around. These ones are the heaters right now. It's the Pata collaboration with New Balance 991s. We did mention this in our L meter earlier, but this time you get a second chance of copping it. It is a dusty pink suede uh, overlays with tan leather and gray mesh accents on this 991. So it released on the 22nd, which I believe was Friday, uh, on the Paddle website. Now, this time around on the 29th, it will release on the New Balance website and other select retailers. Uh, I believe the price is $180, if I'm not mistaken. But Trey, what's your take on these? Something that you're going for? You're going to pass on these?
these are so good. I like I like these a lot. These are amazing. They described it as like pig suede as the upper, and that's what it looks like. It looks like pink, like a pig, literally. And it looks really good with with the dark green and the gray mesh. It's man, I think they knocked this one out the park. I think New Balance and Pata did a really good job on this 991. I am absolutely looking forward to it. I'm mad that I missed the Pata drop. They seem to knock a lot of their stuff out the park, man. They're onto something with those collabs.
I mean, Pat have been around, man. They've collabed with the greatest, so congratulations to them on that. I'm looking forward to it. I'll have my calendar set up and ready. And last but not least, we have the Yeezy 350 Ash collection. We got 3 colorways coming out, slated for the 1st of February. $220 each on the confirmed app. We have the Ash Blue, Ash Pearl, and Ash Stone colorways. Go ahead, rank them. Let me know where you putting them all.
Big Ash. Let's see. So I'll tell you what's last for sure.
Go ahead.
Is the Ash Pearl. That is last. That's dead ass last. And then there's a little gap there. And then I have to go blue second. And I think my favorite is the Ash Stone. It's essentially the black to the fading to the gray kind of situation with the, if I'm not mistaken, like an orangish brown stripe down it. So I like that a lot. I think that one's gonna, just it being the darkest one, I think it's gonna go. The Ash Blue one's not bad at all. I think the issue with the Ash Pearl one for me is that it's cut right down the middle. It almost looks like 2 different shoes on each one. So just the way the colors break off. So it just didn't mesh as well as some of the other ones did. So I like the Ash Stone one a lot, and I will absolutely be looking forward to those on the 1st for sure.
Yeah, I think you got the rankings right. I'm more same. I got Ash Blue. I got Ash Blue number 1. Honestly,
I didn't.
It's not too far off, but Ash Pro is definitely last place. I can't do that. Okay. But yeah, the Ash Blue I think is the winner out of the whole pack. It's great that he's dropping 3 at one time. With his last release of the Suns, those were in and out, man. You blinked and they were gone. So I think this would give people a better chance of at least securing one pair. $220 each, just right on par with the other shoes that he's released in the past. And what a great way to bring in February. So
smart. It's smart for everybody. He can get off the ones that are really good, and then the ones that people don't love, they can go back and get them for the people that want to go get Yeezys. Because there's so many people all the time that just tell me they just want to buy some Yeezys and they just can't, and they're willing to, right? They're willing to pay the $200 just because they know it's Kanye and they know it's comfortable and everybody else is wearing them. So this is really good, because if the Ash and the Stone and the Blue go, people can still go out and get the pearls, and it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if I get the pearls, I am just gonna dip dye them. I'm just gonna change them into.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah. But that's gonna go ahead and conclude episode 36 of the Creased podcast. We'd like to thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you made it to this portion of the video, that means that we love you, we appreciate you, and we know we cannot do this without y'all. All in all, man, we're just super excited for the year. I think January came and gone. The 26th is the day that Kobe passed. It's been a year since, so rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. On that, closing remarks. Oh, I did get one. You may see a couple of gaps in my collection here in the back because I've taken my shoes to go get cleaned up and changed. So shout out to my boy Dane. He did change my 2014 infrareds into 2010 varsity reds. I think these are absolute fire. These were smooth, about to become like beaters, but now he's giving them a second chance at life on my feet. So if you ever need any of your shoes customized, hit up my boy Dane. The link will be down below. Trey, you got anything for the people?
Dane, hit me up, dog. I'm ready. We need to get some stuff rolling for sure. But other than that, again, we mentioned at the top of the episode, just trying to get to 100 subscribers. So again, if you haven't done it yet, go hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Other than that, looking forward to all the drops. This is going to be a great year. Tons of stuff, tons of money we're going to drop on Kicks this year. So I'm looking forward to showing y'all all the new unboxings and stuff. So make sure y'all go check out those. And other than that, man, it's been a great episode, and I'm looking forward to next week already.
Absolutely, my man. Well, until next time, ain't no half stepping around here, and we will catch y'all for episode 37. Till then, guys, peace.
Peace.